on our radio station, and we have the pleasure to have with us in the studio Fedi Ghedira, who is the CEO of Second Life, an NGO that we will tell you more about, and Ahmed Khedhiri, Public Affairs Associate for Second Life as well. So welcome to both of you. If you tell me more about yourself, first of all. So Fedi.
So thank you for having us, first of all. My name is Fedi. I'm the Chief Financial Officer at Second Life, and I'm really glad to be here. With me is Ahmed. He's our Public Affairs representative.
Okay, right. Ahmed, you want to say more? He has already introduced you.
I didn't say anything further. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He's your boss, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever he says is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bit bossy too.
Okay, you get together?
Yeah.
Do you get on together?
Yeah, we do.
All right, wonderful. All right, so tell me a little bit about Second Life. First of all, what does it mean, Second Life? Do we have a Second Life? And when does that happen?
Well, we do. We wish to have a second life for the waste, hopefully. So we
for
are
things.
for things. Yes.
We live with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So we are a German NGO. We are a tech environmental organization that uses AI, artificial intelligence, and drone technology to detect, track, and map coastal pollution. And our mission goes far beyond cleanup campaigns because we also do cleanups. We engineer systems, we deliver policy impact, and deploy advanced tools to drive real environmental intelligence. So that's more about Second Life, and also what's set us apart, what makes us as a unique NGO is that we are powered by technology, by AI for good, and data, so not just awareness, through the drone surveillance, machine learning, and satellite
So
imaging.
tell us a little bit about this. In fact, using AI and using drones and using technology in general to combat, I mean, these environmental problems that that the planet is struggling with. How do you do that?
So with the AI, most of the population think that AI is not synonym for good. It is used in wars, it is used to do bad things, and we're trying to leverage the AI for good, for the environment, to make it into something better, and to use the drones as well for that. And we want to deliver the data, environmental data for a change.
So basically, to add on to Fedi's words, it's really hard and human resource consuming to send out thousands of people and volunteers to just sort of view with their own eyes what's happening in coasts, because some operations that I would like to call maybe a bit malicious from big corporations, like dumping chemical waste, for example, in rivers and oceans, huge loads of plastic, silicone, all of those materials that
Hazardous and dangerous,
and take a long time to degrade. I think that's why Second Life doesn't refer to us having a second life, but a second shot at life, in a sense. So what we basically do is that we replace all of that human labor with drones, because it's way easier, and it's actually proving to be effective too. So what we do is that we first of all select the section that we would like to visit and study. For example, our latest mission, well, we sort of have a few missions going on at the same time, we'll get to that. We have one in Albania and Croatia, but we did the cleanup.
You do that in other countries as well,
Yeah,
not only in Tunisia. So Second Life, I mean, is an NGO that operates in other countries?
So far, it's Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa.
Okay,
So
all right.
that's sort of the countries around the Mediterranean Sea.
So Euromina.
Yeah, exactly. That region, the EMEA region, and so we went to Benzart for our latest mission. What basically happens is that we, as I said, we sort of select an area, or for example, we want to check these 20 kilometers of coast out, and so that's what we insert into our drones. We send them out, and they start mapping out that whole area, going back and forth, and looking with their cameras below and in that area of what is the waste that's there. And not only do they collect all of that footage and they send it to specialized AI powered machinery that detects the type. So this is plastic, this is wood, this is this and that, and even within the plastic there are some subtypes. So this plastic is this type, this is that one, and our accuracy has proven to get up to 95%. Actually, so because we take samples of everything that the AI has seen and spoken about, and we try to check if it's the same and synonymous with what the AI has found, and we found that it can get up to 95% accuracy. It has a few struggles so far in dense things and clusters because it doesn't know what's inside of them, but we're working on that. And so after we detect that waste, we're basically ready to tackle it before we even reach the region on foot. We don't even know the region, we've never been there, we just send drones, and then we gather up volunteers and we send them out, and we have like the specialized equipment, of course, gloves, everything like that. We collect them, we sort them out, and we send each material to its facility for it to be treated accordingly.
Okay, so I mean, all this work that you do, and how do you select, I mean, the areas of your intervention? For example, you talked about Bizerte. Why specifically Bizerte? Because lately I've heard, you know, some concerns in Monastir as well, where the seawater is changing to a reddish color, and it is a problem of the presence of some kind of algae, you know, in that. So, and that damages the ecosystem, the maritime ecosystem in the area. So, I mean, do you have an action plan, I mean, for the year, for instance, to go to certain specific regions of the country and do your work?
So we do actually. A funny thing, you mentioned Monastir, and the mission in Bizerte was basically not just a cleanup, but we also released actually an injured sea turtle that us with our partners.
Yeah, apparently, you know, there is a lot of them. I mean, this time of the year.
Yeah, and actually it was injured in Monastir.
Okay,
So,
and he made it all the way?
No, we transferred.
You transferred. I thought, well, a turtle, you know, it's going to take ages to get there.
They're not known for being fast.
Certainly not.
And so we nursed her, or let's say she, back to health. And basically, why did we release her there? Because so far it's the least polluted ocean that we have, and we were scared that if we would release her back into Monastir, that she's gonna meet the same demise, that she's gonna die again, and our efforts will be in vain, basically. But actually, I will leave the word for Fedi to speak about our yearly operations. Yeah,
right.
Of course, thank you, Ahmed. So also I want to mention that we operate from the Mediterranean to the Atlantic. We operate in countries like Spain. We were really active in Spain, in Valencia, and the Canary Islands. And we'll have also our first operations in France within a month. We were also present in the Balkan regions, meaning Albania, Croatia, Montenegro, and also Africa. So we are new in Tunisia. Again, this is a German NGO, and it started in Valencia. The way that it started, that my colleagues, the CEO Robin and the vice chairman Nicholas, they have sailboat, and they noticed that there is a huge amount of trash on the sea in Valencia, and we were trying to find some solutions how to tackle that, some modern solution. And we found that modern 21st century solutions now is the AI and the drones that can help us really strategically locate the waste. So
the endangered places, right?
Yes, and for example, imagine that you're dealing with a coast that's 20 or even 50 kilometers long, and trying to detect and clean up all the waste manually. that's really impossible. 50 kilometers, that's a load.
That's a lot of work.
Definitely. And at Second Life, what we use is drones that are equipped with AI systems to scan the entire coastlines, and from the sky, and our tech, it analyzes it, and we can from then detect where the pollution is the most concentrated. Is it more to the west? Is it more to the east of the coastline? And then we can send our volunteers strategically. Also, we need to focus on what type of waste is it. If it's plastic, or is it metal, or glass, or
dangerous.
wood. Exactly. So needles as well, or hazardous materials.
Right.
We're trying to prevent that, and our AI system can tell the difference with that. And depending on the mission,
it can tell the difference.
Oh yes, it can tell. For example, we can scan, I don't know, a stretch of 10 kilometers, and the system tells us there are 5,800, or I don't know, 22 plastic bottles in here. The concentration is in the east or the west. There are 320 glass containers, and it tells us precisely where are the
what?
Waste. Yes,
Right.
and then we can strategically send to our volunteers to collect that waste. We have campaigns around the Mediterranean Sea, and effectively recycle them. So it doesn't stop at just cleaning up. I mean, cleaning up is good, but we need to recycle these materials to give them a new life, and that gives us more of a clear strategic structure on where to send our volunteers. And it's just smarter and faster to do that. So instead of, let's say, a cleanup that will take 4 days, we can put that down to half a day, because we know precisely where is what.
So you do cleanup missions, you do as well research initiatives, and you do community events.
Yeah,
So the
yes.
community events is where you gather all the volunteers and involve them, in the in a better, let's say, environment for them, right?
Definitely.
How welcome. Is this? How welcomed is it from the volunteers, and how easy is it to find the volunteers?
Yeah, well, how easy is it? I mean,
How do you do that? I mean,
admittedly-
with your approach, do you publicize for that?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
go to other, do you have other relations with other NGOs, with
Yeah,
other
yeah.
associations,
So
for instance?
We're really trying to grow our partnerships with other NGOs. We have actually a lot of partnerships with NGOs in Tunisia, like JCI, some branches,
right.
and Tunsi, which is also an organization that's focused on the same thing. But
That's
Yes.
for Grand Bleu as well, in Monastir.
Yeah.
And so we try to sort of say that we are welcoming volunteers on our social media platforms. You can also sign up to be a volunteer on our website, secondlife.ngo, and it's of course for free. Actually, even during the volunteer missions, we offer free transportation and lunches and equipment. All you have to do is show up, basically. And
Especially it's summer holidays, and maybe a lot of them will be looking
Yeah.
for some activities. So this is
Yeah.
really an opportunity for them
Yeah.
to learn something, to do
Definitely.
something and learn something, and
Yeah.
learn a lot.
and
in
it
fact.
doesn't require anything except for some willpower and a good heart, right?
Right.
So,
right.
as per our current operations, well, we're of course seeking volunteers in Tunisia. Once again, our website, secondlife.ngo, you can sign up there. We are currently operating in Albania and Croatia too. So far we have removed 12 tons of plastic waste from
Wow.
Albania and Croatia in record time. And we even discovered some illegal dumping places.
Oh
so we're
dear.
investigating those. As per research, yes, we actually have a newly created policy team that's going to start publishing environmental policies and sort of like detective missions that say what does this country have to do and what is it doing. And so
Right.
we're seeing every country, and we're trying to hold them accountable, especially corporations and individuals who litter like there is a tomorrow, where if you keep doing that there won't be.
Right.
And so also our I guess big mission for this year and the first and second quarter of next year is called Mission Tide. It still hasn't launched yet, so what we're actually going to do is the Vice Chairman Nicholas is going to be sailing on a boat across all of the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be a very large mission, and so it's sort of a an innovative way to attract volunteers. We're not gonna ask you to come to us, we're gonna come to you and let you join the boat. So we can literally pick you up from Spain and you find yourself in Romania or Tunisia in a few weeks.
You will be on the boat?
So hopefully, yeah, I plan to be. Well, not for long though, honestly. Yeah, and so
You're not scared of seawater? You don't have that phobia of
I mean,
waters?
honestly, no. I think we'll be taking
Especially
care of.
sailing for long distances,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, we're gonna be crossing a lot of countries. It's gonna be very fun and challenging, even more.
That's
than fun.
right.
So that's the current mission, actually. So we're gonna with that boat. Actually, I think it's more than one. We're gonna be going to many countries and checking the coast there and cleaning up the coast there. We're still working on funding for because it's
Funding is a very important. Actually, I
Yes,
was going to ask you about
definitely.
funding.
Yeah, I mean
It's the German government, the GIZ.
It's the European Union under the Horizon 2030 program. We're
Right.
sponsored also by some entities within the European Union, like our rescue operations in Valencia. I just want to talk about it a bit because it was important for us. So we were deployed right in the middle of the deadly flooding crisis that killed hundreds of people back in 2024 November.
Right.
And to support the authorities with aerial monitoring and cleanup because some streets were blocked during the flooding. And of course, in any natural disaster, you really need an aerial survey.
This was
In Valencia, Spain.
in Valencia, and there was
Yes.
another big disaster in Libya as well.
Oh yes, we heard about it as
Yes.
well.
Well, anyway.
Well, we also want to focus more on the European Union because we're under that program, and also, as you know, any major disaster needs an aerial survey,
Certainly.
of course, and but after deploying a helicopter, which is the most normal aerial survey tool, it's really outdated for this kind of work because it's expensive, first of all, to deploy. They're really loud and they burn through fuel like crazy, so it releases a lot of CO2 emission. So
Right.
we need to do more of drone sites.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I really congratulate you for all what you are doing, for all the efforts, for, especially believing in what you are doing for the environment is really very important to take care of this planet. It's the only one we have.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you,
you.
Ms. Hayet, for
Coming
having
up
me.
next, a news update in French, the Italian language. After that, with Mohammed Manzli. Stay with us and join me on Friday for another edition. Stay with us. Bye-bye.